Okay, I can show you this because this is a tourist cave. This is the Ice Cave near Mount Adams. The Ice Cave system has 4 entrances. This is the uppermost entrance. There's more cave up here, but guess what? I'm too scared. It's a crawl. You gotta do a tight crawl back through there. In fact, I think technically you have to go down there. Even this time of year, I'm scared. I just don't feel like it. So over here to the side, this is the part that's super easy this time of year, but be careful in the winter because there'll be a lot of ice and snow right here. As you can see, it's just a little bubble room. I think that's what the map calls it, bubble room or something like that. See, it's got nice smooth rock. Got what's it called? Moss growing in here. It's mostly smooth rock on the ceiling, a little rough on the floor. As you can see, it's a dead end though. It gets smaller and smaller. Oh, nothing to see here. Moving on. All right. Let me turn around. So this is the way I came in. As you can see, the ceiling is only about 8 feet tall. Basically this perfect sphere almost. All right, so now let me go back up to the entrance again. Then go left to the main tube down towards the more popular part of the cave. Okay, notice how big it is, like 10-foot ceiling, 20-foot wide. And the thickness of the ceiling here is called the overburden. It's a few feet thick, so it's somewhat safe. Of course, if it wasn't falling apart, there wouldn't be an entrance, so yeah. Notice how the ceiling there, it's mostly smooth, but there's a part that looks like it's peeling off. This part of the cave has a lot of that. And this light stuff over there, I think that's called lichen. And some of the darker green stuff is moss. Okay, I'm gonna turn up the brightness of the light here. All right, there's 36%. Notice how smooth the ceiling is up there, but there's a taller spot here. You think about how far up the ground is? Dude, the ceiling here, it might be less than a foot thick. Kind of scary. Makes you wonder, okay, if you step on the ground up there, you're gonna fall through? Well, considering it hasn't happened yet, I'm kind of optimistic. Ask me again when it happens. I'll be like, yeah, I knew it all along. So, but look at this hole in the wall. It's like there was a gas bubble or something inside the rock as it was forming. Fascinating. So it's like a big plopped blister. I almost said blizzard, I meant blister. Notice there's an entrance ahead already. There's the way I came in. That's the way I'm going to go out. This time of year doesn't make much difference. In the winter, that entrance is a lot easier. Before I forget, there's a moth here on the wall. See how close I can get without tripping. The floor here is tricky. All right. Wow. All right. I was going to stay to the left, keep going clockwise, but got distracted. But look at the ceiling here, how colorful it is. And same thing, there's like another blister on the ceiling here. Almost shaped like a smiley face. Maybe the cave likes me. Or maybe it's a rock. All right. But I do like the colorful ceiling here. How it's all sorts of different shades of brown. Orangish brown, reddish brown, brownish brown. Because normally just the pure silicate rock is gray. So, and then that white stuff, I think it's minerals. Like maybe a calcium-based mineral. I wonder if Superman could see better. I mean, if Superman has X-ray vision, he should be able to tell what stuff is. You know, maybe Clark Kent should have gotten a job as like a chemist or something. Actually, I think one of the Superman movies. Okay, so look at this. Here's an entrance here. There's way back here. Way back there. Way back there. So if you count the skylight, it's a 4-way intersection. Cool. Yeah, I was going to say, I think one of the Superman movies explained he became a reporter so he could get away with snooping around looking for bad guys and stuff. Okay, I'm going to leave my backpack here because I'm just going to do a quick loop. I don't think there's going to be anybody around here. Notice there's some stairs in the rock here. So this time of year, it's easy getting in and out this entrance. But in the winter, that's going to be covered with ice and snow. So it's harder. But look at this. There's a huge tree right on top of the cave. So, you know, I was joking about how if you stood up there, you might fall through. No, if the solid rock can hold that tree, it can hold you. Might even hold your mom. Ooh, I went there. All right. So let me see here. There's an ugly mushroom. It's like dried out and gross. Oh, well. There's people around here who like buy mushrooms and stuff. I have no idea why. Yeah. Anyway. So this is a part of the cave. In the winter, there's a lot of ice back here. Ice formations. It's super pretty. Now this is not a dead end. It loops around and make a circle. But in the winter, there's so much ice, it's blocked. You'd have to break formations to get through, which is a no-no, obviously. So this time of year, when there is no ice, we'll take advantage, go all the way through, make a full circle. Notice the floor over here is mud. Man, earlier in the year, when the ice is just melted, this part is really soft and sloppy mud. So that's one reason I waited until so late in the year to come here. So there's not so much minimum amount of ice, minimum amount of mud. It's like the children's version, or easy version. Okay, so there's the dead end. There's the way out. And there's the way I just crawled through. Yes, seriously, you saw me do it. Here we go. I'm on my feet now. It's like 4-foot tall ceiling here. Man, it sure stinks in here. All right, little interesting, taller ceiling here. Interesting how the mud makes neat shapes, but there's people's footprints. Yeah. If people never came in here, there'd probably be some cool shapes in the rock. But this cave is too popular to try to protect the floor. That's why we try to keep some caves secret, so they don't become overused by people who don't think to preserve sand or mud formations. All right. So I'm back at the entrance. Grab my backpack. Luckily nobody stole it. That'd be a pity. Here's another spot where the ceiling has sort of a blister on top. Kind of cool. Yeah. Like I said, this is one of the caves I try to visit twice a year. It's prettiest and hardest in the winter, and then easiest, and it's still in some ways pretty because of the colors of the ceiling. I don't think you can see that in the winter. I think because it's covered in ice, can't really tell what's under the ice. Sometimes the ice is white, sometimes it's clear. Just depends on how many gas bubbles are hot formed. I know a little chemistry, but I couldn't really tell you all the different ways ice can form off the top of my head. You probably have better luck asking AI. Excuse me. Okay, well, this concludes my tour of the upper end of the Guler Ice Cave near Mount Adams, Washington.